Welcome back to the Filmaholic. This is our What If episode where we take an older film. Usually we take an older film and recast it, give it a new director, maybe a new spin, and see where it goes from there. But we're doing a special What If series now. We're taking the MCU as you know it and taking everything back 20 years. So we're taking the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and instead of it starting in 2008 with Iron Man, we're taking it back to 1988 and recasting it with people from that time period, as well as giving a director from that time period. And then we're going to go through the entire MCU and do that with everything to what we think would have happened back then, or what we think would be cool to see from the 90s overall. So, yeah, we're starting with Iron Man today, which would have came out May 1988. Ethan, do you want to go first?
Yeah, who do you want to start with? Nick Fury.
You go ahead and give me your director. Give Nick Fury last.
Okay.
He's technically not listed as a cast member in this film. He would be an after credit scene, the first after credit scene in the MCU.
You will get my Nick Fury credit. But for the director, I went with John McTiernan, one of the 80s staple actor directors. Without him, you don't.
Die Hard.
Yes, Die Hard. Later on in the 90s, you got Last Action Hero. So, not only he's got action, he's got some story in there. I think he'd be good to kick this off with.
Okay.
Iron Man. I got my boy, R.I.P., who could act any side of the line, drama, comedy. I got Mr. Robin Williams putting on the suit back in the 80s. Yeah, that's right. About teared up when I thought of him snapping.
Have we ever seen him with a goatee?
Oh, no, but you will.
Okay.
Well, I haven't. I'm sure there's some movie out there where he's played it. But yeah, I say, yeah, this is perfect. I can see it. Like, you can kick Robert Downey Jr. out. Just give it to Robin Williams right now. Pepper Potts with another big star in the 80s, Sigourney Weaver. Yep.
He's going to be having to get a ladder.
I told trick shots, man. You'll never know. Thought she'd be perfect for this role. Like the back and forth she could have had with Robin Williams, I'd be interested to see. And not right now, but I think in the future, I could see them bringing her back for some cameos, depending on what kind of movies they make. So keep her in my list.
In the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Get to phase 4.
See what they decide. War Machine, I went with Carl Weathers. Nobody else stands a chance in this role.
No, he's my roadie as well.
I'm not recasting either.
No.
I couldn't. No, I'm not doing that to my boy. Obadiah Stane.
Stane?
What?
Obadiah Stane? Are you changing his name up in this movie?
I had a stroke. I don't know what just happened. I went with Gene Hackman. I can see him pulling this off. He's no stranger to the superhero movies.
True.
He could play the villain once again.
Okay.
Start this off.
And don't give me your Nick Fury yet. We'll wait and do that at the end. So for my Iron Man, I chose Tony Scott to direct this film. Tony Scott in the past before this would have obviously made Top Gun as well as Beverly Hills Cop 2, so we know he can do action and he can do comedy, so he'd be the perfect choice to do this film. And if you look at Top Gun, how stylish it is, even Beverly Hills Cop 2 as well, the stylishness he brings to it, as well as how they film the shots and stuff at Top Gun. Iron Man gonna be flying around in the sky and stuff. Tony Scott's got this. He's gonna do a good job. And as my Tony Stark Iron Man to lead this MCU is going to be Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges is around the age that you should have for Tony. He's also around the same age as Robin Williams. the Uchos. But I can definitely see him as that billionaire genius. He's had a goatee before. Looked good there. Saw some pictures of him. Saw some pictures of him in '88 with his hair pushed up and everything. Looks kind of like RDJ and Iron Man 2. Think you could do it. And then you look at the Iron Man throughout the MCU of what's going to happen to him, and I think Jeff Bridges could definitely nail this whole character arc, even leading to the final snap that we'll get in 1999 with Avengers Endgame. For my Pepper Potts, I chose Meryl Streep. The only choice to play Pepper Potts in 1988. And her and Jeff Bridges would have good chemistry. She looks the part. She would nail it. Like you said, for Rhodey, I got Carl Weathers, the only choice for Rhodey, who will end up becoming War Machine as we go on. Did you say all of your stuff?
I just went to Obadiah.
Okay. So for my Obadiah, I got Burt Reynolds. Think he would look the part. It would be something different, I feel like, from what we've seen for him in the 80s so far. I know a lot of people, when I was looking up, if the MCU had been back another decade and started 78 and been through the 80s, a lot of people would want Burt Reynolds to be Tony, which I could definitely have seen. But that's not. He's too old at this point. So I think that him playing Obadiah Stane, who becomes Ironmonger by the end of the film, would be fantastic. All right, and you still have your Happy Hogan, your Coulson, and Jarvis, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy Hogan. I got Bob Hoskins. Super underrated comedic chops.
It's not much of a bodyguard there.
How dare you? Like Jon Favreau. It's a bodyguard. Yeah.
A little bit taller.
Oh, man. What is you at height? Get out of here, man.
Oh, man.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Disrespect him.
A bunch of low shots.
You get tased. You see how much you're laughing. For Jarvis, I wanted somebody who could have that kind of voice to pull off, but then later on, when he actually becomes Vision, still have some kind of acting capabilities.
Right.
I went with Peter Weller, who's a star of RoboCop. Yeah, that's right.
Man.
That's the face you'll have too when you see him come to life.
I'm worried to see him and Scarlet Witch together. That's going to be creepy.
Yeah, you see my Scarlet Witch. Yeah, it will be. I just saw my Scarlet.
Yeah.
This is back in the 80s though, so he's younger.
Oof. Okay.
Man, that was rough for a second. Agent Coulson. I was looking. I told you were like, "Oh, this is the easiest one. Get out of here."
It is.
No, it wasn't. But I went with Kevin Spacey. Yeah. Hey man, we didn't know this stuff back.
Hey, you got a creepy movie.
This is a very dark MCU.
Yeah.
But I went with him. It's about the right age. He's got the right look. Coulson would have, and he's not that big of a star yet at this point. So, like I said, you only got him in a couple movies and just kill him off.
Okay. For my Happy Hogan, I got Randy Quaid. No one's messing with this guy.
Oh, your guy's short, but your guy is just nuts.
Yeah, exactly. That's what my Happy Hogan's bringing to the table.
Man,
He's fucking insane.
Tony Stark ain't keeping him around.
He is defending Tony no matter what. Imagine him in Iron Man 3 when he takes over head of security, all that. God. It's gonna be great.
Had him as Ironmonger. Yeah.
Hey, Randy Quaid, aside from his craziness now and everything, go back to that time period. This is a year before Christmas Vacation came out. He's got the comedic chops for Happy Hogan. He's got the build. He's got it all. I can see him in the ring in Iron Man 2 doing that little fight with Natasha getting slammed down. It's going to be great.
You tell me you can't see Bob Hoskins in that ring?
Oh,
that's because Scarlet Witch ain't knocking him down. That's why.
You mean Black Widow?
That was
switching it up.
God, man. I go to the doctor.
For my
2 to 10 minutes.
For my Jarvis, now this is going to be a little bit creepy too, I guess, when we get to the Scarlet Witch thing, because he is much older, but he's really cool. So I think people will get past it. But he's going to have the voice for Jarvis, and then when he plays Vision, he's going to look pretty cool, and that's David Bowie. Got in here as Jarvis.
I think I'm going to put him in a different role later on.
Okay.
Saving him for something important.
Vision's pretty important when we get to him. You know, that's what the big thing was, like, who I want to see has a cool voice, but then can also like be Vision, worthy enough to hold that hammer. I think it's David Bowie.
Is your Vision going to sing?
We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Of his powers.
We'll see. Maybe that's how he tries to stop Thanos. He's not having it. And then for my Agent Coulson, which was the easiest choice here, the first person I picked, because, you know, Coulson's going to be throughout all of Phase 1 here with these different Avengers, and that's Judge Reinhold.
What?
Yeah.
That's the easiest. Get out of here.
Easiest. Judge Reinhold as Agent Coulson is going to be fantastic. He's worked with Tony Scott before as well. Beverly Hills Cop 2. They have a good relationship. He's going to bring him in this movie. And I can definitely, he can bring that seriousness too that Coulson needs to have at certain moments, but he can definitely deliver that comedy. And when he bites it in Avengers, you're definitely going to feel that impact.
I'm not feeling anything. I didn't feel anything from this Agent Coulson. I won't feel anything from the 80s.
It'll be different.
Judge Reinhold, man.
Yeah, man. Easiest pick.
Out of nowhere.
All right. So now we have our Nick Fury. So the movie's going to be over. Bringing in Nick Fury here. After credit scenes. Sets up the MCU. Who you got?
I got the only choice, man. Already pulled off the eye patch.
Your choice is wrong, but go ahead and say it.
Russell, man.
Way too young.
Not even close. He is just another staple of the 80s action movies all over the place. Man, he got the eye patch. I already told you.
I'm shocked you didn't bring him in as him as Tony or somebody.
How dare you disrespect Robin Williams that way? This guy is not known for his dramatic acting.
Hey, you got the Hateful Eight.
Hey, you would not have had the Hateful Eight. Get out of here.
For my Nick Fury, I'm bringing in a huge name here. Maybe somebody who can later direct a film. We don't know. That's Clint Eastwood. He's coming out there at the end with his eye patch, grizzled. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, he's in my MCU.
Yeah.
I'm just using him for the future. I know what we got planned in the late 2000s.
Late 2000s?
Well, I know what they're going to have planned. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you just keep wondering.
You bringing him in as Magneto or something?
Wolverine.
All right, guys. That's the first film in our MCU What If series where we take everything and take it back 20 years. The next film we'll be talking about will be The Incredible Hulk, which came out in June 1988.